Parliament's Ad Hoc Joint Committee on Flood, Disaster Relief and Recovery says rebuilding KwaZulu-Natal infrastructure and housing after the recent flooding will cost more than 25 billion rand. The floods killed more than 450 people. The committee visited the province last week to gauge the damage. To discuss, we're now joined by Jomo Nyambi, who is the co-chair of the Committee on Flood, Disaster Relief and Recovery. Mr. Nyambi, thank you for being with us. So many lives lost here, so many still suffering reportedly in that province. Was it an emotional trip to KwaZulu-Natal?
Evening, my sister. Evening to the viewership of SABC. The visit has shown us that the flood has caused extensive damage to houses, schools, businesses, roads, bridges, water supply, electricity, rail infrastructure, and the telecommunication infrastructure. Worst of it all, the Port of Durban, which is one of the largest and the busiest in the continent, has been affected. So, being in KwaZulu-Natal for the past weekend has exposed us to situation that is of dire, and the sooner all the other issues as promised are effected, the better for the people of KwaZulu-Natal. It's a very emotional experience being in KwaZulu-Natal. It's unprecedented in our lifetime. We've never seen something like that.
Tell us more about what you saw, because I understand you looked at the sewage works that were damaged. You got a briefing at the Durban port. You even visited schools, houses. Just try and describe some of the things that you saw.
We've been to all the affected districts. We started at the King Cetshwayo district municipality, where we visited the Umlalazi municipality, and we went to Uku district municipality, Ilembe district municipality, the Tegwini Metro, and Umgungundlovu, meeting the people, starting right from the presentation that we got from the Premier, Zigalala, and Honorable Shomuga, the MEC of Kokta, and the relevant mayors, and the interaction with people that are directly affected by this disaster. It exposed us to even the shelters they are in and the dire situation. That is why we are saying the sooner we and deal with the issue of funding, because it can't be business as usual. And we commend a lot of people that are still on the ground, especially your emergency services, the role that they've played, your healthcare workers, your police, your defense personnel, municipal workers, and of course, you can't leave out your volunteers, faith-based organizations. And one thing that we have realized that even us as an ad hoc committee that went to KwaZulu-Natal, where we united with one voice, irrespective of political affiliation, to say, let's come out with clear recommendations. There are things that need immediate attention from national, and there are things that might need a long-term plan. But it can be that we leave people that are still queuing for water, the struggle of the tankers. And of course, as the other provinces responded in assisting KZN as presented by the Premier.
Yeah.
But we feel that we can have even social workers coming from other provinces go to KZN to deal with counseling, to assist people that went through the disaster, because it's unprecedented. The magnitude is of exceptional proportion.
So you're going to push government to do more and do it quicker. Is that what you're saying? And also the Premier said something worrying about civil society organizations or NGOs on the ground. He said some had been given money by government. They were meant to coordinate their efforts, but now they're not visible on the ground. And what do you do with information like that as Parliament?
It will be good to have the coordination, because the intention of some of NGOs, of course, it's good intentions, but if there is no proper coordination, you'll find that in some other instances, because the level of accountability even in their part where they will be flooding some areas, and you'll have those remote rural areas that are left only to government to attend to them. So that's the issue that is coming out clearly, that coordination can be improved, and it can go a long way to assist the people on the ground.
All right, thank you for your time tonight. Very emotional trip. People still queuing up for water, as he says, still many issues and concerns about not all, but some of the organizations who should be doing more. That was co-chair of the Committee on Flood Disaster Relief and Recovery, Jomo Nyambi. All right.